This is Barry Zalma speaking for Claim School Incorporated's blog, Zalma on Insurance. Today we're going to talk about what happens when a person is found guilty of arson and fraud on the public because after setting fire to his food truck, the defendant set up a GoFundMe request based on a fake claim of racial animus and collected a great deal of money as a result. But the attempt to profit from the public by setting fire to his own food truck failed for a person named Avonte Ahikim Hartsfield, who burned down his own food truck and falsely reported he was the victim of arson in October of 2021. He then created a GoFundMe campaign titled Rebuilding after a series of hate crimes, claiming he was a victim of hate crimes and arson. The campaign raised $102,276 from more than 2,000 donors, well more than the value of his truck. In a case entitled The People versus Avonte Ahikim Hartsfield, the California Court of Appeal on September 24, 2025, affirmed the conviction. The fire department and police conducted investigations and found that the fire was intentionally set by an open flame. Surveillance footage placed Hartsfield near the scene at the time of the fire. Hartsfield's claims of being a victim of hate crimes were found to be false. Hartsfield was charged with arson, insurance fraud, presenting a false claim to insurance, presenting the false information supporting an insurance claim, and grand theft. He was convicted of all charges and sentenced to 5 years and 4 months in prison. To prove theft by false pretenses, one of the major counts, the prosecution was required to show that the defendant made a false pretense or representation to the owner of property with the intent to defraud, and the owner transferred the property in reliance on the misrepresentation. The misrepresentation must materially influence the owner to hand over the property, but it does not need to be the only reason for the transfer. The court concluded that there was substantial evidence to support the reasonable inference that donors gave money to Hartsfield in reliance on his false representations, being a victim of arson and a hate crime. The jury could reasonably infer that donors were materially influenced by Hartsfield's false pretenses. Substantial evidence includes circumstantial evidence and any reasonable inference that can be drawn from the evidence. The appellate court concluded that there was substantial evidence to support a reasonable inference that donors transferred funds in reliance on Hartsfield's misrepresentation that he was an arson victim. The Court of Appeal considered that substantial evidence includes circumstantial evidence and any reasonable inferences that can be taken from the evidence, and to prove theft by false pretenses under California Penal Code Section 484, the people must show, 1, the defendant made a false pretense or representation to the owner of property, 2, with the intent to defraud the owner of that property, and 3, the owner transferred the property to the defendants in reliance on the representations. The Court of Appeals concluded it was reasonable for the jury to infer donors gave money in direct response to Hartsfield's seemingly substantial and highly sympathetic plea for help to recover from arson. He supported his arson claims with photos of the burnt truck, which included the public, a basis for believing Hartsfield was telling the truth about the fire. Also, the Court of Appeals concluded it defied logic to suggest donors would have given him money exclusively for reasons other than the shocking story of racially motivated arson with a noose left behind as some kind of message of hate. Because there was substantial evidence to support the reasonable inference that donors gave money to Hartsfield in reliance on his false representations about being a victim of arson and a hate crime, the conviction was affirmed. In my opinion, arson is a violent form of fraud. Firefighters and nearby people are injured and die in arson fires. Mr. Hartsfield defrauded the public by claiming he was a victim of a hate crime and not only sought to profit from the value of his food truck from his insurer, he begged the public to pay him as the victim of racists when in truth he actually set the fire himself. He will serve the full sentence rendered and be required to pay restitution to those he defrauded. This video was adapted from my blog, Zelma on Insurance, which is available free to anyone who clicks on the URL zelma.com/blog. You can subscribe to the blog, and if you do, you'll receive notice of every blog posting, usually 5, sometimes 6 a week, and you'll also gain access to the more than 150 blog postings. You can also subscribe to these videos on YouTube and on rumble.com, and if you do, I'd appreciate it if you click on the like button on YouTube or the thumbs up button on rumble.com. Please tell your friends and colleagues about this blog and the videos so that they too can subscribe. They're free. And if you're interested in further detail about insurance, insurance claims, insurance law, and insurance fraud, please consider, for a very small fee, subscribing to my Substack publication. Thank you for your attention.